Let's take a closer look at what Clark used on this trip in this tackle breakdown.
Hey, I want to talk just a little bit about the tackle setup that we used over the past couple of days. First one we threw yesterday was a swim bait, and we had quite a few bites on it. Some of them missed the bait. I really think it was really the right bait. It was the right setup we had. I just think when you're throwing a swim bait, sometimes they're gonna miss the bait. This is a Berkley hollow belly, gizzard shad. It's just on a swim bait head. It's got a little spinner on the bottom of it. The line setup I've got fluorocarbon line. Fluorocarbon actually is a dense line that actually sinks in the water column. And the reason I wanted fluorocarbon for this is it doesn't hold my bait up at all. It actually lets the bait get down deep in the water. And so, I'm letting that bait get down 10 feet, sometimes 12, 14 feet deep. It worked really well. As far as the rod setup, I used a Cabela's Americans TXS, the frog and jig rod. Why didn't I use the swim bait rod? Because the swim bait rod it's more of an umbrella rig rod, something for throwing lots of baits, real heavy swim baits. I was throwing just a single swim bait, wasn't that heavy. I didn't want this big, dominant, heavy rod. And so that's the setup I used on the swim bait. On the jerk bait, Tournament ZX rod, I was throwing a build jerk bait. Basically what that jerk bait did is it just got me down deep. I got down deep, and then basically that bait suspends in the water. So when I jerk it, it just sits there. When I jerk it, it just sits there. Jerk bait setup, 10-pound fluorocarbon line. I want that bait to get down easy. Usually with a jerk bait, I like 10-pound test. I mean, maybe in that heavy grass, I didn't need it, but these fish, you notice the way they fight, they're just real lethargic. And so 10-pound test was totally fine. We talked a little bit already about the Tournament ZX. It's just a really good feeling rod. This rod's 6 foot 9 inches long. It just feels natural when you're jerking it. You jerk that thing, it's light, it doesn't wear your arm or your wrist out. I don't have to take Advil and get a massage at the end of the day. It's a perfect rod for that. That's my tackle over the last few days. It's been fun. We've really enjoyed fishing here. It's a cool lake. East Texas, you just never know what you're gonna get. You could catch a giant at any time.